Hello everyone, Roger at Skateboard Canada. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're well in these holiday seasons and everything is good as we wrap up the end of 2020. As usual here at Skateboard Canada, we like to talk with some special people within the skateboard world, both in Canada and outside of Canada. Today we've got a special guest living in Calgary, Alberta, photographer Liam Glass. Skateboard and snowboard photographer, all around great photographer, professional, living in Calgary, Alberta, has shot a number of iconic photos that we're going to be actually showing a couple of here with Liam, and you'll recognize some of those, I'm sure, from publications out there in the skateboard world. Without further ado, let's bring Liam Glass on the program. Liam, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Pretty good in yourself, Roger?
I'm good, thank you. Now, I've given you a little gentle introduction to the folks out in the skateboard land, but tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you're up to these days and just your background in skateboarding.
Not my strong suit talking about myself. I guess, yeah, I grew up in the Calgary area. I started skateboarding in high school and then started taking photos because of that 2011-ish. So I've been taking photos 10 years-ish. And yeah, been shooting skateboarding and snowboarding and mostly doing that. Don't know what else to say.
That's a pretty good start. No worries there. Now, Liam, you've been stationed in Calgary for most of your life, shooting photos and skateboarding. And tell us a little bit, what's the scene like in Calgary these days?
Calgary seems pretty sweet, I'd say. And lots of younger kids ripping. A lot of my friends I started shooting with have now moved to Vancouver, but yeah, there's no shortage of people still ripping in Calgary and new spots popping up, so things are still interesting.
You've been doing a good job shooting photos through the years of lots of the Calgary locals. You and I first met on a tour we went on about 10 years ago with Populous Clothing, a brand out of southern Alberta, and we ventured out into BC for a week or so. And what's the best part of shooting photos? Do you like to get out on the road and shoot photos outside of Calgary, or you kind of like to stay in Calgary, or a bit of both?
Trips are definitely one of the best parts about skateboarding. That particular trip, I think I did more drinking than photo taking though. But yeah, trips are fun. You get to go see new places, keeps things exciting. Shooting in your hometown's always fun though, especially when there's a new spot getting built or when you find just something new to do.
Before we get into some of your photos that you've shot here, tell me a couple of influences you had as a young photographer looking up to some of the older guys in the big world of skateboard photography. Did you have some guys that you looked up to and you could say were an influence on you?
Yeah, totally. When I first started sending my photos, I guess, to magazines and looking for advice and stuff, Andrew Norton was the editor of SBC, and he gave me a ton of good feedback and just tips on how to improve and go in the right direction and stuff. Jeff Thorburn was another guy like that. And I mean, yeah, I've got so many magazines that I still look through from back then that it's hard to narrow down a list of people that would be my favorite or biggest influence.
How about we have a look at some of your work here, Liam? Holy cow, we're starting with a hammer right off the bat here. You picked some photos that you wanted to show us, and tell us a little bit about this first one. Kevin Lowry, am I correct?
Yeah, that's Kevin Lowry. This is one of the ones, I don't know, it was just one of those photos I liked. we had to sort of modify the spot a little bit too. There's a fence and a dumpster, and yeah, we had to unbolt this fence, basically drag it out of the way. Uh, this spot Kevin had found, and it was his idea basically, and I would have had uh, what's the right word? I would have never thought to skate it the way he did, and it was just kind of cool. I thought the timing, how it got shot and stuff right underneath. I think that was his first pro board too.
Sponsors must have liked that photo.
Yeah,
Great shot.
big real estate on that end. Thanks.
Okay, holy smokes, another hammer here. What the heck? Tell us about this one.
This one's of Steve Graham. We had found this rail and it was capped. I don't know. Somebody must have skated it before us. I forget who had skated it though in Calgary. But the whole process on uncapping it was pretty funny. We went at night and I was sitting in the car doing walkie-talkie duty, making sure if anyone drove up in their car and stuff, Steve and the other people at the rail uncapping it would stop grinding. And yeah, I think this photo more reminds me of the whole process of making it skatable.
Can't cry about a backside tail slide on a rail either. Holy crap. That dude's a
I know,
silent
yeah,
killer.
it was pretty
Not everybody knows the
Steve
powers of
crushed
that
rails.
Steve Graham dude. Okay, holy, whoa, wow. What do you got here?
This one's of Steve Roll in Palm Springs. It's right next to that nude bowl.
Yeah.
Uh, we used to do like a trip to California every year with Steve Zeeb, Chad Baker, some other people over the years. But yeah, we were trying to find that nude bowl, driving through the desert pretty aimlessly, spent a couple of hours going in the completely wrong direction and stuff like that. But we made it here just in time for sunset. Looked at the bowl, realized it was not really in the realm of what anybody wanted to skate, and ended up getting this photo instead. So whole trip out in the middle of the desert ended up being worthwhile because of that.
Amazing photo, amazing skater. Nice, nice, great capture there. I like the windmills in the background. I know that area a little bit from other photos we've seen there, but yeah, nice shot of Steve there. That guy's another silent killer. Oh, okay, Tabor's finest, Ryan Spate.
Yeah.
Tell us about this one.
This one was pretty wild. I forget how we originally heard about this spot, but it's pretty out of the way. I think, if I'm not wrong, one of the Agapis tried to skate it. I forget which one. And yeah, we showed up here. It's kind of a wild angle into the rail. And Spate was pretty fired up about it and just started hopping on it and got away with it, I think, pretty scot-free. And yeah, it was just wild to watch him grind such a hectic rail.
Another great photo of another great skater. Wow, that's a great shot. I've seen that one before. A lot of people saw that and the footage, I think. That was definitely upper level. So good capture there. Nice going there, Liam. Super sick. Oh, another heavy one. This in Calgary?
It is in Calgary. It's actually a relatively famous snowboard spot.
That could be why I've never seen it before. I didn't know that was a snowboard spot. I just thought it was a rad skateboard rail, but damn. So what, homie's riding, who's that, Steve again?
Yeah, it's Steve Graham. I have a tendency to take photos of spots that are a little bit ridiculous sometimes, just in case somebody's feeling wild. And this was one of those spots that I had on my phone for years and showed to Steve one day while we were driving past the spot to see if he might want to do it. And sure enough, he started hopping on it. And He had a big battle hitting it. You could smell the trucks sort of melting on the rail almost. It was like burnt metal because he was going so fast. Uh, Hit the ground real hard a few times trying this one. Yeah, he's crazy for grinding this one.
The footage is amazing also. It's like, wow, that's a gnarly rail by anyone's standards. So props to Steve there. Holy crap. And nice capture again, Liam. That one will stand the test of time for sure. Wow. Okay, so we're batting 1,000 so far. This is a little more of an artsy shot, downtown Calgary.
Yeah, at the Bow Building. Shot of Sam Stewart doing a kickflip. He sort of had the idea for this photo, and the whole process of getting it was pretty funny. This spot's a pretty instant kick out. You don't really get much time. Security comes right out. They can see it from the window. So we kind of came up with a strategy, I guess, for hitting it. Sam would do the kickflip and skate away around the building, give me a call on the cell phone, ask me what he needed to do different and stuff. And every time he was trying to kickflip, security would come out, try and follow him. He'd skate away, call me. I'd tell him, oh, move over this way or come closer to me or try and poke it out a little bit more. And after a while, security walked over to me because I was sitting there with my camera and they're like, is that your buddy? Like, are you with him? I'm like, no, I'm just sitting here waiting for the bus. Like, they had no clue that we were in cahoots kind of thing, and ended up getting this without getting kicked out. Kind of a funny game of cat and mouse.
I was just going to say, cat and mouse. Excellent work, Liam. Those are skills you only learn from skateboarding, so you guys pulled that off awesomely. That's a great photo. That's one you want to frame and hang up and give to mom and dad and the grandparents. So nice capture again. That's a beauty. Oh, another one of Calgary's finest. Wow, one of my favorite skaters, Chad Baker. This one made it a full cover, sorry, a full pager into, was that SBC or a King Mag? I don't recall.
SBC.
SBC, yeah. Wow. Okay, so tell us about this one. This is humongous. It's like a 2-story drop or something. That guy's insane.
Yeah, I don't know how he jumps off the stuff he jumps off of. Makes my knees hurt just looking at it. But yeah, he's still sailing off some big stuff.
CBD.
Yeah.
CBD.
Whatever program he's on,
I don't know if that's what it is, but I'm just gonna say that's what he gave me some cream at a Tabor contest a couple years ago for my knees, and it was like, yeah, that works. So super cool. But yeah, looks like it's a summer day in Calgary. You shot this photo of Chad Baker.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was the history. Ryan Outen, I think, had tried to ollie this a long time ago, but yeah, Chad eyed it up, decided he wanted to try it. Some guy from the apartment building came down. We had another person from the apartment building getting a little altercation with the guy who didn't like that Chad was trying this. We had to come back, I think, 3 times, and third time was the charm on this one. First time he broke a board. No, he broke his truck the first time, and then yeah, third time rolled away.
In shorts.
I know.
In shorts. Sometimes sunglasses. Chad, how does he do this? That guy's like from another planet or something. Like he's got skills I don't even understand. You're lucky to have him.
I wear shorts, board goes straight to the shin.
Yeah. That goes for most of us.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I was having a little trouble trying to figure out. We were queuing before we started shooting here. Tell us about this one. This is a great shot.
Shot of Steve Roll at Fonda Park, kind of little DIY spot that's been in Calgary for a bit. It's storm drain overflow kind of pad of cement. So that's why the puddle's there. It's right after pretty heavy rain and stuff. I think this day I was doing 24 hours, sort of shoot as much as you can in one day and submit it to um, a magazine. But that didn't end up running. But got this shot. Always wanted to shoot something like this with the reflection. Okay. Steve's got those crooks good.
Yeah, he's a scientist.
That he is.
He's awesome. Missed that guy. Okay, well, great shot of Steve there, no doubt. Okay, now this one I really like too. We saw, actually got a little clip of Spate just today. I saw a little clip from the Beer Storm video. Same spot there with the people walking by. But tell us a little bit about that, about this photo. Is this from downtown Calgary?
Yeah, downtown Calgary was a temporary spot. It was up for a couple months, I think, but they've got stairs over top of it now. It was pretty janky and stuff with the cement and the fence and everything going on. Definitely a lot of foot traffic going on, but with the fence there, it kind of kept it separate, which I thought was cool. Yeah, I don't
Tell
know.
us, tell us who it is, Liam. Who is this again? I'm sorry, I don't know who this is.
Oh, this is Lane Mosloff.
Okay,
Also, I
okay.
was a part of the Beer Storm video.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, super cool. Love the pedestrian traffic there. That's just great. Definitely capture the moment.
Yeah, kind of makes the shot.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, oh, another Calgary killer, Cowtown Crusher, Riley Bolden. Tell us about this one here. This is an amazing photo, by the way. That trick is insane, like most of the stuff he does.
Totally. Yeah. Definitely a crazy trick for the spot. It's definitely a lot steeper in person, I'd say.
Bonkers.
Calgary seems to love to make wood spots these days. Actually ended up getting banned from the Bow Building for about 3 months because we kept coming back here, different stuff, and getting kicked out. Finally stuck around long enough that the cops showed up and told me if I came back. Well, of course, I have all my camera gear, so I can't run away as quickly as everybody else. But yeah, cops finally were like, "Do you want a ticket, or you're not going to come back?" But luckily, this was the time we got the shot, and Riley got the trick, and I didn't have to go back. But,
What's he doing
first
there?
time getting banned from a building.
Yeah. Like he's in
I
a
say
precarious
50 nose
position.
grind, but everyone says switch nose, or everyone else has been saying switch nose grind. I think it's more of a fakey nose grind.
Damn. He's definitely doing something on the back truck there. Or he's riding
But-
switch, something crazy going on there. But yeah, knowing him, it's something crazy. So
One's riding switch, but front foot on the nose. So
yeah, I got you. So this is from the States. Is that Hopkins?
yeah, that's Adam Hopkins. Where were we? San Francisco. Forget what that park's called. It's the one where the guy, you can see that green pillar in the back there. He jumps from flat, or tries to, caveman, or tries to caveman off that green pillar in the back and like breaks his leg and stuff. Kind of a wild park. Some interesting smells there for sure. But yeah, we were on a time bomb trip, and Adam wanted to do the hand plant across the channel. I found this angle I thought looked really cool. He got it in the rain. It was just starting to rain and stuff, which was making it pretty dicey. But made the clouds look all cool and stuff. It was a really fun trip, and yeah, this was one of my favorite photos from it.
Another great photo of an amazing Canadian skateboarder, Adam Hopkins. Nice capture there, Liam. That's a beauty. That's a definite keeper. Years to come. Okay, what's this? This is a really cool spot. I was looking at this one earlier. A little backside tail slide transfer in, or what's going on here?
Yeah, this is Jeff Thompson. It's this little park in Calgary. The ground's all rubber, so it makes it a little weird to skate and stuff. It's doing a backside tail slide. Somehow managed to slide it for a really long time. Uh, and I say managed to slide it for a long time just because it's really weird one to skate for sure. And there's kids playing when we were trying to skate this, and one of the dads um, got a little angry with us and threatened to beat us up if we hit his kid. So high heat spot in a different sort of way.
Is that in Calgary?
Yeah, just off 17th Ave. It's a park called Cheese Park.
Cheese Park.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not sure why it's called Cheese Park, but it is.
From Cheese Park to Lee Side. Here we go. Tell us about this one, Liam.
Oh, this one was with Stepan, and I think I showed up. He told me he wanted to try this. I think we spent 4 or 5 hours probably at Lee Side. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when we were wrapped up. At one point, there was a bunch of just heater kids standing behind me as I was trying to shoot the photo and concentrate on Stepan. And yeah, they're just screaming at each other. I'm thinking they're going to fight each other. And it was just kind of a funny late night photo.
Sick photo. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I really like how it turned out. The 4 or 5 hour wait was worth it. I think the lighting's pretty cool. I think one of the first photos I shot at Lee Side too.
Great hurricane. Yeah, hurricane warning from Lee Side. That's a great shot there.
Hurricane.
Yeah, big wide truck on that coping. Sick. Okay, Will Marshall, am I correct?
No. This is Mitch.
Mitch Barrett.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got my guys mixed up. Mitch.
Yeah, no. This one, I just finished 12-hour shift. It was the summer I moved to Vancouver. And Mitch had asked me if I wanted to come out to Castle Garden. And we stayed out at Driftopia, so I drove, I want to say 8 hours or something after a 12-hour shift, got to Driftopia. Next day, started cracking beers, went to this spot. And he got it pretty much first try that he committed to. He dropped in on the rail before he actually tried to ollie into it, which is, I think, pretty psycho. But yeah, drove a long way for this photo.
I have a funny story, Liam. I was at Driftopia shortly after that. An alien showed me the footage of that, and he says, you can't tell anybody or show anybody or anything. And I was like, okay. And I saw him grind that. He showed me the footage, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sick. So I feel a little weird I got those two guys mixed up, but I saw that footage. Alien showed me at Driftopia. I was at his place the same summer. So that's kind of funny, but sick footage. The footage, you can just hear the echo of that grind and everything, eh? So
yeah,
again,
very cool spot.
Nice capture there, Liam. That's a keeper. Holy shit. You got another
We'll
one.
have to go out to Driftopia next summer.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Okay, let's do that. Moving on, another epic spot. Speaking of epic spots, the 403 and Ninja Jinja. This is a photo that made it into a magazine. Tell us about that, Liam.
Caleb had done, I think, a few of these before I shot this photo, but yeah, I just remember seeing the footage of him doing the McTwist, and I was like, oh, that's pretty insane. The ramp's no joke. And yeah, he just kept hucking these things for me to get a photo, flying through the air. And now he seems to be getting them pretty consistently. So it's pretty cool to see how good he's gotten in such a small amount of time.
He's gifted with the red hair, very photogenic. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'd say so. Makes for good photos.
He's awesome. Wishing him all the best too. He's doing the Vancouver thing right now, and we love Caleb.
He's
Ninja Jinja for life. He's so sick.
Yeah.
It's good to have someone to rip the vert with. So
Totally. That's where he should be, I think. He's got his crew.
yeah, Silent killer. Okay, so Liam, final photo. You've blessed us with 16 of your best, or who knows, your favorites, whatever they are, but thank you so much. But tell us about this last photo here. It looks like Fernie, BC, am I correct?
Yes, that was Fernie, BC on that trip we did together. And I don't know, this one always just gives me a laugh. Usually you don't like having other people on the photo, much less the scooter kid, but this kid sort of barged through at the most opportune time. And yeah, with the background, Ian's back Smith and the kid in the photo. Makes for a pretty epic shot, I think.
It almost looks photoshopped, that kid there at the bottom, doesn't it?
Haters will say it's photoshopped.
It's crazy, and what a sick trick. Ian Gouts, borderline master in town here, so good to see him styling the back Smith. He's got some skills to pay the bills. Dude from out east.
Got a good amount of Cryptopia as well.
Dids, cool, cool. Awesome. So we just blasted through 16 amazing photos, Liam. That's super cool. Highly appreciated. What can I say? I guess we'll kind of wrap her up here a little bit, but thanks so much for coming on and talking about some of your photography work, and even just giving some props to these guys that you got photos of. I mean, without the photographer, everybody knows it's only like 5%, right? So photographers and the video guys are really doing so much for the professional skateboarders out there and presenting their work. So on behalf of everyone, I really thank you very much for the work that you do, for one thing, and thanks for coming on today.
Hey, I just push the button. They all do the hard work. So kudos to everybody who's let me shoot with them, or thank you to everybody who's let me shoot with them over the years. And thanks to Roger for letting me come and talk about some photos.
No problem, Liam. What a humble guy. Typical photographer, eh? Just like super humble, doesn't say nothing, but like seriously, where would we be without these guys? Photos through the years, through the decades, and I can't say enough about the photographers. They do so much for us as skateboarders and just as an audience. So super cool. Liam Glass, what a guy. Stationed in Calgary, took some time out to talk with us. Thank you very much, Liam. Super cool. I'm going to sign off, folks. We'll join you next time. We'll hopefully have another special guest for you. Thanks again, Liam, and thank you for joining us at Skateboard Canada.